Harnessing the power of a network. Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about audience architecture and how you can use LinkedIn to really reach the audience that you want to be in front of. So, strategically rubbing elbows with all of the people that can actually move the needle in your business. And so, I'm going to dive in to a couple different big picture things for LinkedIn just because I know not everyone is out there on LinkedIn. Not everyone is as fond yet of LinkedIn. Once you see what you can do with it, I think you're all going to be quite amazed. Hello, Odin. Good to have you here. And Betsy, too. Good to have you. We are live. So if you do have questions in the chat, as you all know, I go pretty fast. So if you have a question or you need me to slow down, just let me know in the chat. But I'm curious, how many of you are using LinkedIn now? So put in the chat if you're using LinkedIn right now to grow your business at the moment. And that might just be reaching out to the correct people. Maybe you're just meeting people over there and connecting. And yes, Odin and I met on LinkedIn. So the funny thing, this is very much a strategy that I used in my business forever. I mean, the beginning of my business and not even having a website, I used LinkedIn to grow and get into the marketing industry. So I didn't even have a website for the first 2 years that I did web design. So LinkedIn was it, and referral business was the way that I made my business, actually get my business up off the ground. But I did meet Odin on LinkedIn, and that was part of my LinkedIn social connecting, which I'm going to share with you guys today. And it got even better because there's technology that saves so much time. I'm going to show you one of my secret weapon, which is software that you can use to reach out to people in a very genuine, very personal way that helps to kind of filter out the things that aren't going to work too good for you. So we're going to go through that. What I wanted to start with today, though, is that, what is it that LinkedIn has? What can it do for you? Many of you have looked through LinkedIn and you realize there's a whole bunch of people with businesses. There's a whole bunch of business professionals over there. It tends to feel like a resume, which it is. That's actually the basis of what LinkedIn is based on. It's got your employment, it's got your, what are you doing? What are your skill sets? So it really is a resume. But if you think about how many data points are in there, it tells you what experience the people have had. What title they currently hold? Are they in the C-suite? Are they someone who has an influence on your target audience, right? Are they an influencer, just a regular influencer might be over there from a business perspective. They might be searching for team members and doing recruiting. So you have a variety of people over there. And most of the people I run into, they say, oh, Tessa, LinkedIn's for businesses. It's not for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Vanessa over there with Get Swizzy, she has a product that is they're mittens. It's a sanitation mitten. So, it protects you from the chemical. It's just amazing. And I have it. It's like right over there. I really want to go run and get it, but I don't want you guys to have like nothing on the screen for a minute. But let's say Vanessa maybe she's thinking, oh, that's business people. That's a great audience for her. She could have commercial cleaning companies. She could have daycare. She could have all these people who are over on LinkedIn. So even if we just use that as an example, in fact, I can start showing you guys some things in the back end that might blow your mind. Typically, that's what I love to do on these sessions anyway. So LinkedIn has all these people. It has the businesses. It has the professionals. It has everyday people who want to get hired because they know that LinkedIn can get them the job that they want. So there's all these different people now, if you could only just search for them, right? So LinkedIn has a great searching feature, and that's one of the things that we're going to leverage. One of the secrets that we're going to find in LinkedIn is how do you find the right people? And then how do you get in touch with them? So let's go into LinkedIn, and I'm just going to show you guys live here with me. We're going to go into LinkedIn and do a quick search so I can show you what kinds of things you can do in searching. And let's see, of course, technology is catching up to me here. So bear with me. Let's see if it's going to cooperate. Awesome. And let me know in the chat again, if you just hopped on, let me know if you're using LinkedIn yet. So let me know in the chat if you're using LinkedIn and how you're using it. I'm curious how you're using LinkedIn now, if you are. And you should see, I'm going to pull over LinkedIn. Okay, there we go. And to stream. All right. So we've got LinkedIn here. I'm going to make it as big as I can. I know that's always the question is it big enough? So we're going to zoom in just a tad so you guys can see. Okay, so messaging happens in LinkedIn just like almost every platform. I'm just going to close that for now, and then we'll get into that in a minute. So I'm just on my homepage. There's posts. It's a social media platform. You could absorb and search for content. But what I care about most is the people and the companies. So when you do a search up here at the top, and we'll just use that example of cleaning companies, not that, that's specifically what she's going to go into. So I'm going to do cleaning company. There might be a whole bunch of different names of what they are doing. We're going to look for company, and we'll just say cleaning. Just because we don't need company, it probably isn't in the name of the business. Cleaning services group. So there's 14,000 followers in this group, facility services in Massachusetts. I think that would be a pretty good place for Vanessa to go check out. That might be something. These are all groups. They're companies. That's actually, it's a little bit in between. That's not a group. Yeah, it's the name of the company. So as you can see, you can follow people. You can follow the company. So let's just say we want to find out a little bit more about this one. So this one is a maintenance company. They have 2,000 employees. Let's say I wanted to get my product in front of this group. I personally would go check out the employees and start making friends. It's that simple. When you start making friends with people in the business, like VP of operations, you know what? He's in the third connection for me, so he's not someone who I know yet, but I'm going to meet some other people before I go for the heavy hitters. So I'm not going to go for the VP of operations. I'm not going to go for the purchasing team. I'm going to find, maybe the marketing, the corporate controller would be great. You could find, some people who are in the company that are related. But those are just some things that you could look for. And I've done this on many occasion, where I want to get to a specific person. So I want to find who I have that I could connect with. So let's go back a step here. Go back to companies. And we're just going to go back into cleaning and find a company again. Like this cleaning, guys. It says 4,000 followers. They have 106 employees. So, not as big as the other one that I was talking to. I can go into those employees, but I can also see who the employees are connected with. So I'm a second. This one's good. I'm actually a second connection, meaning someone I know, Sam Willis, is a connection for here. So Vanessa, if I wanted to introduce you, I could connect with Eric. He might say yes to me because I'm a mutual connection with Sam, and then I can give Vanessa that introduction at once I'm a first connection with those people. So let me know in the chat if that's making sense. Vanessa said she uses LinkedIn for messaging, and oh yes, and you have only made an advertising page for your product. So it's not, most of the things that we're going to do in LinkedIn is actually my personal profile. It has nothing to do with my business, which is so cool. Yes, I am here with, my brand at the top. Yes, I say what I do. I don't say in my title, just CEO or marketing strategist. I actually put what the benefit is. Yes, I am going to be helping you to utilize it better, of course. I'm using a creator page. So in LinkedIn, there's this section that you can go to right here. It says creator mode. The reason I'm using creator mode on my profile is because I get extra sections. So I get a feature section. I get these hashtags here that say what I talk about. I get more options to put out content. So I do look more like a content creator rather than just a business. But I recommend that you all do creator mode because it does change the way the profile looks. So right here, I have two featured things. You can put your video, you could put a PDF. I've done that before. I have a couple of videos up there. It puts your activity up higher. So if you are posting for your business, it's going to help up there. But really, I'm putting my about section talks about how I can benefit others. And I'm doing a lot of bullets and things like that. So it's easy for people to read. A lot of the problem is that people have just this one little paragraph, and it's really difficult to read. If they wanted to go through it, most people won't spend the time to go through it. But you want to make sure that your profile is nice and polished. You've taken the time to add what you talk about. You want to make sure you have your location in there. If it's applicable to what you do, specifically if you're launching an app in area, you want to make sure that this matches the app that you're launching in that area. So another thing that we can do in this, obviously I can check out my network. So I'm looking at how many connections, and I challenge you all to look at my network. Make sure you connect with me and look at my network. And if you have someone that you want to be introduced to, I've met with almost everyone in my network. That was one of the big things that I tell them is that, hey, if you're going to be in my network, I need to at least meet you once. If not, some of the new people that are really big, I may not have met with them personally because they're just too busy, but I can help you to reach who you want when you're in my audience. So my connections are all the people that I have access to. So all these people. One thing that I do want to make sure I point out to you is that it's not just about picking everyone. It's okay to have people who are going to get you to where you want to go, but I would be picky in that you want your audience to have it to be made up of people who can get you where you want. Just having big numbers in your audience, unlike most of I would say, unlike most of the platforms, you actually want to be able to do something with these people. So just having a whole bunch of people from another country isn't necessarily going to help you. That's my goal, is to find real people that I can reach out to. But I want to go just a little bit deeper on the cleaning side. Or let's just say we're going to go for teachers. Let's say education, early education. Yeah, early education might be preschool and those areas. Whoops, we're in people. And so this is someone who has early education in the past. They've been associated with early education. We can decide if we want to sort by location here. So we can pick, okay, I want, Oregon, and show results there. So people who are in early education, early childhood education, these are all people that I could reach out to. You can continue to go down from that and say, I want anyone that is a second connection. So that means somebody in my audience already knows that person. So those are going to be the easiest for us to be able to reach because we have a point of contact. They're probably going to say yes. All right, so now I have education coordinators, I have advocates, pretty much anyone who's around germs. And even if they're in the corporate office, they're in the district, they probably still are exposed to germs, right? So this might be something that Vanessa could take this search of people, and we're going to go put it in my magic software now. So we're going to go to Connected, and Connected.io is amazing. My main reason for showing you this is because the automation, what it can do is so sophisticated. So again, Connected, and I'm going to show you, actually, I have an affiliate link where you can get a discount on the price of this every single month. Yes, if I haven't shown you this, your mind's going to be blown. We already have this search of people and we want to reach out and get in touch with these people. I can come into Connected, which is attached to my LinkedIn. Now, this is one of the few softwares that is actually getting, so LinkedIn has rules and you can only connect with so many people. You have to do it in a really slow, strategic way. You don't want to get blocked. I mean, I've gotten blocked by Facebook recently because I sent too many direct messages to people to try to reply to them and their interests. So it's crazy what you have to, respect of the social media channels. But this software is in the process of getting certified with LinkedIn. I don't know how to explain that, but the way that they do it is very genuine, very real. And you still have checkpoints where you're going to have to make sure you say yes. And so we're going to go ahead and create a new campaign. And I'll show you some of my campaigns too, so you can get the idea. But I'm just going to add a new search here. So the one that I did over in LinkedIn, I'm just pasting in here. But okay, guys, you can take a post URL of somebody, anybody that you have on the internet. It doesn't have to be your post. You can do an event. You can find all the people who are saying that they're going to an event. You can find a group and it will go to the people in the group as long as you're in the group. You have to be approved and in the group. And likewise, you have to be on the event to be able to do that. Or you can go to LinkedIn Navigator. I'm doing all this without the need for LinkedIn Navigator, which costs extra money. So, and you can even upload a prospect list. This is my favorite. So let's say, I know a lot of you are building your lists now. So why not automate your outreach to them on LinkedIn? Remember, LinkedIn has a little better reputation than you probably do in email because it's always been doing these emails out to people, right? So the emails from LinkedIn are going to get into people's inboxes a lot better than you trying to get into the inbox. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead, just doing link tracking. So anything that's in the campaigns, it's going to keep track of if they're linking, if they're clicking on the link. Just nice to know if people are actually doing an action in these messages that we're doing. I'm going to add a step, a connection request. And I do want to include a text message. So this is going to reach out to all those people that are in that search. Now, it's best to keep your search under 1,000 so that you can actually, it's better for it to run that way. So I recommend segmenting your audience or taking a city at a time. That's a great way to segment your audience so you're looking at smaller numbers. You're going to write your message, and I'll give you guys some examples of messages, but there is the best practice one, which actually pulls in some messages for you. So I love networking with people in location, wherever they are. I hope you're open to connecting, or I want to connect as I feel we might have some common business interests. And I will tell you that this message should be as personal as you can get. It will merge the name. Make sure that you're putting something very specific in it. If you're doing an event, then I would say, hey, I noticed that you're going to the same event as I am, to X name of event. Love to connect with you to see if we might be able to, connect, or I love this topic, whatever it might be. But these ones, it has different ideas. You can keep going on the little generator to see if there's something that meets your needs. And then I also have a cheat sheet that I can send over to you from Connected that kind of walks through what you would do at these different phases. So we're going to go ahead and save that step, and then we create another step. Now, let's say the first step is connection request. They have to say yes to the connection request, and then we are going to send a message. This is the first message that goes out to them. You want this one to be, these are pretty salesy, so I do stay away from that. I'm going to show you guys my messaging as well so you can get a feel for how I do that, break the ice piece. But let's just say I'm going to go ahead and do this, and you would update these yourself, like your product. But I don't recommend cutting right to your product. Like, this is extra salesy. So let's go back and look at my campaign so I can show you. So this is authors, coaches, and speakers in Tennessee. And these numbers are outrageously good, guys. I had 268 people that it reached out to, 45 connected out of that bunch, and 45 replied. Like, wow, every single person replied that I messaged. Every single person replied that connected with me. That is unbelievable. You cannot, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to go into the campaign so I can show you what's going on. So let's go to the editing. I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm going to go to the editing so you can see what message I have going out. This is authors, coaches, and speakers specifically in Tennessee, and I have a second connection with them. So I said, hey, we're in Tennessee and we have mutual connections. Would love to connect. Awesome. A lot of people said yes. Thanks for connecting with me. I'd love to connect, helping connect people. That's my gift. I'd love to get on a call and get to know you. Know that my mission is to know everyone in my network. So we can, I say specifically it's page free. I'm not going to sell anything. Let me know if you want to book date and time. And then if they say yes, then, hey, Sage, then I have it go out to the profile. And you can see at the bottom we have timed. So this is right away. And actually, it's probably best to put the send connection request as immediate, but the send message I put 2 hours after they accept it. And I don't want to be disgenuine. I am totally upfront with people, like, hey, I have the best system for automating. So don't be offended if you ever got one of these messages. It is automated, but 2 hours after you connect with me, then it says this, because I don't want it to go out immediately. If someone said yes at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not up at 2. Well, I might be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but not usually. So this one takes 1 day and 2 hours later, because it keeps offsetting the hours for it. This one's going to view the profile page, follow the profile, and I'm really torn on like the last 3 posts, honestly. I just think if somebody had a funeral notice, it would just not be, it would not work. So I'm going to go ahead and save this again. But I do want the profile visit, because when you visit somebody's profile, they're going to see in the actual back end of LinkedIn that somebody visited their profile. So that will come up. And if I'm the only one that reached out or looked at that person's profile in that day, there's an email that goes out from LinkedIn to say, hey, people are looking at your profile. And sometimes you're featured, your big profile, your title. So it's super important that you have a great picture on, and it's a person, not a logo for LinkedIn. It's your personal picture, because people do business with people. But when you visit the profile, that's free advertising from LinkedIn. They will send an email. They will put it up on the page so that people see you are looking at what they're doing. Yes, I remember, Odin, and now I'll just have to say this, I had a VA that was doing this for me and my clients. It was 8 hours a day of work, 8 hours a day. And I'm pretty sure she worked 7 days a week. It was so expensive. And I haven't looked at closely, but I do closely HQ. I haven't looked at that one, but this one I'm blown away by what it can do, because we can get so detailed. I'd be really curious to see if yours can do the groups too. But we visit the profiles, and then I have something that I'm giving them, and I'm not being salesy. I'm coming across, and I am not a salesy person. If you've met me, I want to help everyone. That's a fact. But in this case, we have a content cheat sheet that we had as part of our social media survival workshop, and I'm literally giving it to them. They don't have to give me anything. I can find their information in LinkedIn. I just want them to say yes. If I get somebody to reply back, that's going to be a lot better odds that I'm going to get a conversation going with them. So if they reply back yes, I send a PDF to them that's going to help get them going. And then there's a link to a training. So the link to the training is where they're going to actually get to know me and fall in love with what we do. And if nothing else, they can follow my channels from there. So for Vanessa, if you've got this work, flow here, your last offer is probably like to go back to the site and maybe get a sample. You could have them go sign up and get a sample eventually, things like that are really good. Yes, connectedreach.io. But before you go to their site, come to me and I'll give you my link, because you get a better price. And it is an affiliate link, but you get save money. I wouldn't give an affiliate link if I didn't think you were going to get a much better deal. So come on over and then I visit the profile one more time. So I am trying to just show progress. A lot of people say, what was so interesting about what I am doing? And so I like to see if there's anything going on. I'm not actually, no, I am going to hit save. Okay. So if I want to see what's going on in my account, this is really important. Every single day, I see these are my new ones, and they're all approved, but there are some that are waiting. And the reason why we do this is why this software is so connected with LinkedIn, because it encourages people to go look at the profile and make sure that they approve this person, this message. So I have to click approve before that's going to go out to that person. But you can also go check out the person, make sure it's a good fit before you try to reach out to them. This is great. She's a ghostwriter and a collaborative, very good for me to be able to work with, because she talks with a lot of businesses, right? So each level of the prospecting process, I am approving the next level. Each day I just go in and make sure that everything looks good. And also I'm looking for people that I know that I don't want that message to go to. So I can tell what company they are with. And if you get a certain number of credits, and you can enrich the data and get phone numbers and emails. But once the profile's visited, it's going to get all that information from the profile for you, and you can export or push this out to your CRM. And if somebody came out, so let's say they pop out, they talk to me, and we have, that's 36 new messages of people. So if I want, with Heidi, let's say she messaged me back, oh, she recently relocated to Florida. If I just wanted to put her back in the sequence, like, okay, that's great, she messaged me, I just want the next message to go out to her that I want to meet with her, then even whether she's in Tennessee or not, I would just hit resume campaign and it would go back to doing what it's doing. So I know this is good stuff. And I have to tell you that, like I said, most of my business is by rubbing elbows with the right people. I found Fred because I found Laura. Laura from Transform Today. She was a network on LinkedIn. I found her. She actually introduced me to Fred and IdeaPros, and you all know how that goes. So I just have to say, if you see anyone, go to let me give you my profile. And if you are interested and want the code so you can get into Connected Reach, and that does include me helping you set it up because I just know the system so well, happy to get you into it and get you going. But I will put the link to my profile so you can please connect with me. And I obviously know a lot of you, but if you haven't had a chance to sit down with me, we will do a quick networking call because I want to know you better. And I don't know, I have OBM on there. I was an online business manager in a previous life. So that's what that stands for. For a long time, I did manage people's businesses and all their online business. But connect with me, and then I will send you guys, if you just put send a link in the chat, and put the link in the chat for mine. Oh yes, there's my profile, but I will put the affiliate link in. I just need to make sure that I have the right one. I just clicked it today and it just sat there for a second. So I want to make sure that you all get the discount. So awesome. I will put it in. So send link if you want the connected link so I can get you the discounted software. And if you have any questions about how to do LinkedIn connecting or what audience to pull up, let me know, because I love that part. It's really cool to try to brainstorm. And I know Odin's really good at this too, but who is it that we need to get in touch with and who is going to help us get to where we need to go? The whole strategy of going kind of backwards. I know who I want to reach. Now who's connected to him and who's connected to, it's like this, was it 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or something like that? You know, everyone is connected to someone. So, you know, first, and just to explain that, if your first connections, that means the person said yes to you when you requested a connection. So you two are first, and you can message them freely without having to pay for anything through LinkedIn, right? So there's direct message, it goes through, it's great, it's reliable. Second connection means you have someone in your network who is also connected with person. Okay, so you are A and person you want to get to is C, then you have B in between you that you both are connected to. And if it's a third connection, that means you don't have any points of contact. So when I'm looking at a whole bunch of third connections, I know that I'm not in front of enough people to really get that conversation going with that person. I'm going to have to find someone to bridge the gap, if you will. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I just gave you my huge download of LinkedIn social connecting. We actually have clients who we do this for. So we go in and do the campaign. That's the other big thing on the software is that you can see the numbers, which we used to track in a Google worksheet, and we had to put every time we had a connection. It was ridiculous, but you can see your numbers. I'm averaging, well, right now, based on those numbers, 22, and the other campaign that I did, 22 out of 28 people connected and replied. So 28 connected with me, 22 replied. That's an awesome rate, but that's about messaging. So clearly messaging has to be dialed in for somebody to really, really take on that first, on the first couple connections. So if you want help with messaging or connecting, let me know. All right. Thank you guys. And I'll keep coming with more LinkedIn strategies. Mostly get your profile done. Make sure that you have a personable picture on there and start building a network. You can start anytime in your business. You don't talk about anything. You just connect with the right people. You don't have to have content. This isn't a social media plan here. This is make friends with the right people, make friends with people in high places. So awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week. We're here at noon Pacific time every Friday, and we'll don't forget to hit the bell so you'll get notifications when we go live. Thanks, everyone. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look in the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything major. I know we have Stacy here. Hi, Stacy. Vanessa, of course. Jacob, good to have you with us. Kelly and Jared, I haven't seen you in forever. It's good to see you. Okay, Sage Scheduler is awesome. I can't wait to, I think you've built quite a network. Sean and Kelly, I think you guys have built quite a network so far. But obviously over on LinkedIn or on Instagram, I think is where you have most of your followers. So maybe export out some of your lists and go see what you can find over in LinkedIn so you can start building the direct relationship as well with some of the important people, right? GetSwizzy.com. I'm going to pop on live in just a couple minutes and show you guys Swizzy. So if you want to hop back on in just a few minutes, I'm going to go live. Actually, I'll go grab it. You can just wait. Just Sage Scheduler has 99.6. You're almost there. I just feel like it's going to be a huge party. I hope you have a huge party for that. Oh, yes. And Odin with your ideal referral network. Yep, absolutely. And you can really build a strong referral network of those. Do you recommend, Katie, I missed your message in the beginning. Do you recommend doing a separate page for business? Okay, so here's the thing. You are going to be a person on LinkedIn, so your personal account, and then you start a company page and you say that you're working at your own company. If you cannot, I have somebody who's in like national security, cannot link his personal business with his profile, so we can't do that. You can create another business profile, but all of the social media channels don't like that. They like you to be you and only you, and so it's kind of complicated. But you can have a profile, a personal profile, and a business page without connecting the two. But on my page, here's the important thing, and I think this makes us look so much more professional when we do it. In here, on LinkedIn, I'm showing who I am currently working with. It will show the current one, right? I actually have several positions that are currently full-time. Just they say full-time because I'm still doing some part of them. So the only one that's expired is this one. So we have Ashford Digital, IdeaPros, and Move to CEO. But the one that you say which one is your current top one to put up in here. But you see, I have my logo. When you're adding your activity, your experience into here, you're going to make sure that you find your company page, right? So you create your company page and then you come back here and you say, I'm working here. You search for your company page and you have this pretty little logo over on your company page. It will show here. Nothing annoys me more than having a blank picture here. And in the actual covers, please put something. Put something other than the LinkedIn standard or leaving your picture blank. That's pretty much no one is going to connect with you if you don't at least put those in, at least. But picture, cover image, you could have a picture of just a desk here. It doesn't have to be personal, but this is space. This is marketing space. So I would say make sure you're talking to your target audience. This is saying, hey, I'm fun, because it's like, hello there, I'm fun. I'm your marketing and tech nerd. I am. You guys know that. But I'm also saying what we do. So transforming expertise into audience growth. Your knowledge deserves an audience that's ready to buy and happy to pay. That's what we're getting you to, is through sales funnels and helping you to learn what to do in your business, right? So I'm using all of that in the profile. I hope that makes sense, Katie. I hope I answered your question on, do I recommend a separate page? Oh, how to create it. Okay, from business here, you see way down here, it says create a company page. So where you are, you're in your profile for business, create a company page. It's going to ask you just some basic questions. You do small, medium, or large business here. It's going to ask you some questions. And the first time you go through, just to secure your name, you don't even have to put pictures on. So I just tell people, go speed through, get the page reserved, and then go back and add any images that you need to add to it. Awesome question, though. I like it. I absolutely will help you, Vanessa, to utilize LinkedIn better. Okay, yes, absolutely. But no. So just same question that Katie had. One profile for you, one profile for your personal profile, and then each business. You can have many company pages. You can have several. So that's great. And then, oh, yeah, Sage has tons of information. It won't even show it on the screen. That's how much information's in those posts. But I think I've answered all the questions. I'm just going to do one last scan real quick. I'm not sharing my screen. Oh, shoot. Okay. Nope. Here, we're going to show you. So business. And then when you come down here, you can add experience. Did I show you? You didn't see this, huh? You can add experience and then you can update these. So if there's no picture here, you're going to pick your business company name here. So you start typing the page that you just created. To create your business page, at the top here, for business, and then create company page down here in the corner. And that's going to walk you through the steps. You just say you're a small, medium, and fill in the information. And again, you don't have to add the pictures to go through this, only the ones with the star to reserve your name, but you can come back and add pictures. Sorry, I was sad I wasn't sharing that whole time, but that's the way. And then you would attach it to your personal profile. All right. And if you guys, thank you, Sage. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Quentin, good to see you. Well, I've given you lots of things to do. So you guys go take a look at LinkedIn over the weekend, browse around, make sure you connect with me. My link's in the chat. So connect with me. And if there is anybody that you want to have an intro to, just let me know. And that's the cool part about LinkedIn. You can do a 3-way text. So I can send your information and somebody else and have a conversation with the two and do an intro. So it's a great way to increase your, expertise, your kind of proof of concept, social proof. There we go. All right. Well, you guys, it's been interesting. I'm so sick. So I appreciate you putting up with me and not being able to think clearly today. We'll see you all next week. Hey, Dr. Clarice, sorry, we're just ending. Watch the replay though, and we'll see you all next week. Have a blessed week. Bye.